Ndindoda kuti nyika isiwe vanhu vangu inguva yedu hatingatadzi kubudirira Mwari ari parutivi pedu rambai muchirwa 'Cause my hitters gon' die, don't die, the real hitters gon' shine and my people gon' rise 'Cause we're born to win, yeah, I ain't saying this but I'm saying
Loyalty's my favorite characteristic of God, but finding it in him is hard. It's like trying to find God. You're the only one in your camp with cheese. You pay for everything they eat. Man, that insecurity is deep. Now I ain't said no names. These are just theories. If you hear me, baby, it's home. You must admit it's kind of eerie, baby. Like them chemtrails in the sky. Ain't the selling the slaves, kind of like the combines. We say everything in moderation, but don't do it in moderation. The lies of a gluttonous generation. 10-year-old girl in.
Hey everybody, grand rising and good morning to all of y'all out there. Welcome to the Day with Trae. I am your host, Trae Holiday, and I got a great feel good Friday for y'all in the building. Y'all know what it is because today I get to actually sit down with my girl, TDub. TDub is in the building. We're going to be diving into art news, but TDub got other news that she is dropping, and I'm so excited to have her here in the building today. And then later on, we're going to be doing some updates on Juneteenth because you know what? There's a lot going on out there, but I want to make sure y'all know about some of these amazing events happening. You know, we've been talking about it throughout the week, but I'm so glad that Seattle and beyond is really showing up this year for Juneteenth. So we're going to be diving into that discussion later on in the show. I want to make sure that we give some time, though, first off, to thank you guys for watching. Also, now is a great time for you to tag and share this stream right here. Go ahead and tag and share the stream with people that you feel could benefit from a daily dose of dopeness right here on The Day with Trae. And of course, you guys, if you cannot watch us, you can also listen to The Day with Trae anywhere that you find your favorite podcast. Go ahead and follow us or look up Converge Media Network on any of the platforms. I always get astounded because I thought there was only a handful, but there's over 200. So, and we're on all of them. So wherever you're finding your favorite podcast, you guys can also check out The Day with Trae right there by searching Converge Media Network. We have, again, you know, TDub in the building, and it's TDub's first time being on The Day with Trae. Y'all know TDub from Art of the Matter, from being out here, all of the collectives that TDub is a part of, and being very consistent as one of our Black Seattle artists who just makes so many Black Seattleites and more proud. You know, I'm excited because TDub is here to tell us some stuff about art and some stuff about her. What up, T-Dub?
Hey, what going on, Trae? Happy Day with Trae. We are here on The Day with Trae. My first time. I'm so glad to be in the studio with you.
You know what? It's always good times when you're in the building, T-Dub. And I got to say, you know, I realize when I'm listening to myself, I say, I got to say a lot, but it's true because you really are, you just elated me. So I'm over here like buzzing, but tell us a little bit about what's going on in the world of T-Dub.
Yes, so I am here today because I have some incredibly exciting news. If you haven't noticed the logo on my shirt, I'm here today, obviously, with Converge, with my sis Trae, to announce the launch of my new venture, The Resole. Yes, so The Resole is my new baby. For those of you who don't know, I've been doing custom sneakers probably since I was like 15. I'm 35 now, so I got 20 years in the game of customizing, restoring, and cleaning shoes. And some people know me for that. Some people know me for performing. Some people know me for Art of the Matter. But I want you to know me now for The Resole. And the reason I want you to know me now for The Resole is because we are actually going to be launching my first brick and mortar right here in Seattle in the Central District at the end of this year. And so I wanted to make sure that Converge got the first to know that that's what's happening. It's a huge thing for me. It's something I've been dreaming about for a very, very long time, and it's finally coming to fruition. And we're actually launching the website for The Resole this weekend on Juneteenth. So that's why I'm here to let y'all know The Resole is here. We are doing it. It is major. We are creating the Seattle's very first dry cleaner for sneakers. Yes, it's happening.
This is like look, Salman's over there buzzing too. I mean, you know what? Let's just everybody out there. We are giving a round of applause for TDub.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Yes. This is so exciting. Okay, so I'll say, and I just said it to you. Normally, I live in Federal Way, right? So I know that there's this like shoe place. You can take it there. They'll redo, you know, things with your shoes and kind of bring them back to life. For sure. And so I've had 3 pairs of shoes that I'm like, man, I got to get these to the spot. And I just hadn't. I just been waiting to like take them there. And now I get to bring my shoes to you because you won't just be doing sneakers. You'll be doing all shoes. Tell us a bit about how you've been able to hone in on the skill set, because this takes a lot of detail. It really you know what I mean? There's a lot of nuance people don't realize oftentimes that happens with shoemaking. So tell us a bit about how that 20 years experience has flourished over the years for you.
Absolutely. So it started for me in high school. Obviously, you know, you want to be fly, you want to look cool, you want to have your kicks match your fit, that type of deal. So it was more of a hobby for me in high school. And then other people started noticing me for my customization. And so I actually started kind of getting a little bit of money off of it too. I was like, all right, this ain't too bad. So over the years, really just practicing, honestly, researching the craft of sneaker customization is a huge thing. If you notice any of the, like your favorite baseball player, football player, basketball player, they're all rocking custom cleats and kicks nowadays because it's real. And it's a great way to stand out and be an individual with your art and your fashion and your way of presenting. So again, over the years, 20 years, I've been in the game, learning, perfecting the craft, learning about the materials, learning about brands that create materials, learning about different processes and styles and formats and materials, again, like factory grade, everything. Like this is a thing that I really appreciate and enjoy. Like it's one of my favorite types of art is customizing sneakers. And I've been doing it a very long time. And I'm looking forward to, through the resole, providing that service to the people and also teaching other folks how to do it. So
I think that this is, you know, the fact that you're going to be teaching folks how to do it and really building a crew is so important, because oftentimes these kinds of art forms, they die off when the person can no longer do it. For sure. And, you know, yet this is something that's huge in our community. I mean, it really is, you know, I search for unique kicks because I don't want to have what everybody else is wearing. Real. You know, right? Like I am always thinking about how can I, now you just got me so pumped because there's so many shoes that I love that I just I have a whole bin of shoes. TDub, wait, I cannot wait to bring my shoes to you. The thing is for me, when we talk about, you know, me and you have talked about this several times, you know, what we wear is also a reflection of us. It's a reflection of our personality, who we are. And so I really take that to heart, obviously, right? Like I don't really want to really wear the same thing in the same way. For sure. I got to switch it up. I got to change it up. But kicks is such a major part of that. And we're always showing your entire, you know, outfit. And I know that you have this custom shirt today. We got to make sure people see the back of that
I had
shirt.
to go ahead. I knew it was going to be on TV, so I had to make sure that, you know, we got the logo and then we got this. This is our motto, right? So it's Black woman artist owned town business. That is what the resole is, okay? Because I am Black, I am a woman, I am an artist, I am an owner, and I'm from the town. You know, so we're bringing this energy, we're bringing this vibrancy back to the CD. And that's what it's really all about, because that is where I perfected my craft. I was at Garfield High School. Folks was getting their jeans done and their shoes done and all that, getting ready for the dances and purple and white and all those things. And that's where it started for me. And here we are now, opening our first store, opening our first full service dry cleaner for sneakers and other shoes.
No, I mean, even, you know, that was going to be my question, because I was like, wait a minute. As soon as TDub came in here this morning, y'all, I was like, wait, so, I mean, can I bring my boots to you? And like my stuff, TDub is like all the things, because we know for women, a lot of times our high heels need new tips. We'll just like toss them because we're like, don't feel like dealing with that. Exactly. Or sometimes certain things happen with the leather on shoes where it starts to rip, or, you know, certain things happen, especially when your tips wear down. So I'm just excited that you will be able to do all of these things in-house. How has it been to really think about, you know, all of the material that it takes for you to do this work? I mean, clearly 20 years of doing this, you've had your fair share of triumphs and pitfalls and all of that. For sure. But tell us a bit about, you know, actually sourcing the machinery, the tools, the materials that you need to get this done?
Definitely. Well, Instagram has been great for that. I follow a lot of artists who practice customization, and they, giving up the free game right there on the internet, honestly. And YouTube University has been a great place for me too, to see machinery, to see software, to see process, to see material, and see how it's used and how the sort of like restoration of a shoe is completed. I've learned a lot from the internet, and you guys, my partner, I'm on my computer all the time researching the new way, the best way, the quality way, in order to introduce that into my business and into the store. And like you said, like heels, especially, people got Louboutins, they're thousands of dollars. Once that red goes off, it looks crazy. But you can come to the resole and you can get that redone and breathe new life into your footwear. And that's really what it's all about. Like the difference between sneaker customization and like a cobbler, which you would go to normally, is the fact that we also practice on shoes, on sneakers. So it just widens the scope of your ability to take a shoe that's been sitting in the back of the closet for months on end. You want to wear it, but you can't because the heel is gone or it's got this scratch in it. You bring it to me and we bring it back to life.
Oh my goodness. Resole in the CD.
Yes.
Just, what you just shared with me too about your work at Midtown and now how your store is going to be right across from that mural.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about, because you just spoke on it a bit, because, Garfield, this huge Central District connection, but this has got to be major for you to have a store like this in the Central District across from a mural that you literally created.
Yes. It means everything, honestly. And I have to say thank you to Lake Union Partners for working with me to make this a possibility. I, of course, was one of the artists, a part of the Midtown Art Plan, and I created the Central District mural, which exists in the Central Square. And my storefront is actually right across from that mural. So now I get to sit in the storefront and look at the work that I created and continue to create dope work for the CD. And it means everything, honestly, to be able to bring that back home.
So when you think about some of the ways that you were just talking about it, you're going to be also teaching people, training folks.
Yes.
Is this also a place where people could be like, look, I don't have a shoe, but I want to get some type of customization.
Yes.
Or I want to come and purchase something you may have already customized.
For sure.
Are those kind of offers available?
Absolutely. This is going to be a full service sneaker customization and culture hub. The first of many. The plan is definitely to have more, but we're going to start it right here in the CD. And yes, you will be able to buy custom sneakers. You will be able to learn the better points and the better craft of sneaker customization. You'll get to learn about materials and how to make your shoes last, how to protect your shoes when you buy new shoes to make sure that they last longer before you need a cleaning, all of that stuff and then some. So yeah.
That was my next question, literally, because I'm like, maybe I need to learn. I'm kind of a stickler for some of my shoes, so they stay in the original box, right?
Yes, same.
But I have been I have been seeing these like clear boxes. Now people are starting to really utilize these kind of pop-up boxes, but they're clear.
Exactly.
And you can store your shoes in there. And I am like, okay, people say all the time, man, I would love to see what your closet looks like. And I'm like, I am very much a stickler for how I organize my stuff.
Yes.
And, it's all color coded and it's very specific. But I will say that when it comes to my sneakers, there are some that I just said were in a tub because I don't have the boxes anymore or whatever, but I just couldn't give them away yet or, give them to someone else.
Very
so,
real.
That was going to be my next question was, can I learn how to take better care of shoes outside of me just keeping the original stuffing and different things like that?
Oh yeah.
But, I love that you guys are going to be doing that. And congratulations,
Thank
TDub.
you so much.
You just said it too earlier. I was showing my brother some photos and he saw one of the photos of you and I, and he goes, oh man, I didn't know that TDub was on Converge too. I'm like, TDub, he's like, I knew TDub as a basketball player.
Exactly. People know me from so many different places.
Yes.
Like there's people that don't even know that I have a show. There's people that don't know that I perform too. So like being able to slowly but surely bring all of the varieties of TDub, all the personalities of TDub, Takia together, especially with the resole, is definitely my goal. And like you said, like we're here for the CD, man. This is what it's all about. Like I cannot begin to describe to you guys how excited I am for this to be a real thing, to be coming to fruition. It's been in my brain for years now, and now it is actually coming to life. So,
you know what? I can feel it too.
Yeah.
I mean, like I told TDub, I could almost cry. I'm just so overjoyed for you.
Thank you.
This is phenomenal. But as we know you in different realms, someone just dropped your name the other day. You're also going to be performing this weekend?
I am. Yeah. So Jasmine was here. Yep. So I'll be down on representing Langston Hughes down at Pier 62 this Saturday. Definitely come check me out. I'll be doing my little dance thing, getting a little workshop on. So, we everywhere, man. Anything art, I hope you can find me there. Because when it comes to Seattle and art, I like to be on the scene for real. I like to be in the know because it's important. Like, that community is so small. We need to be together. We need to be collaborating and not competing, so that's what's really all about for me.
Collaborating and not competing, man. TDub in the building. Thank you so much for being with me right now.
Thank you, Trae.
So appreciate
Resoul,
you.
baby. We out here.
Resoul in the building. Oh my goodness, you guys. We're going to continue this lovely discussion. Up next, we got Antonesha Jackson. She is actually waiting for us to grab her outside. She is here. She will be talking to us about some of the amazing events going on this weekend with Juneteenth as well. We're going to be telling y'all all about the March for Reparations. And it sounds like there's going to be a major music artist also in the building. You guys stay tuned after this short break. You're watching The Day with Trae.
Hello, my name is Ramon Brian Braxton, and I am the artistic director and conductor for the historic Juneteenth musical that will be presented at the McCaw Music Hall on Sunday, June 19th at 6 p.m. The musical is entitled Songs of Black Folk, Music of Resistance and Hope. This concert will feature the rich musical traditions that have been birthed from the African-American experience, including spirituals, jazz, gospel, R&B, hip-hop, and spoken word. An orchestra plus rhythm section will accompany internationally renowned soloists Bridget Bazile, Solomon Howard, and James Conner, along with local artists Felicia Curry and Robin Henderson. Our special guest artist will be Mr. Darren Atwater, critically acclaimed composer and founder of Baltimore's Soulful Symphony. Additionally, a choral group of local singers will present diverse arrangements of iconic African-American music. You can reserve your free tickets for this phenomenal event on Ticket Leap, searching One Seattle Juneteenth, or on the McCaw Hall website. Please join One Seattle in partnership with the New Beginnings Christian Fellowship of Kent, the Church Council of Greater Seattle, and a long list of community sponsors as we celebrate freedom with music that speaks and heals every soul. COVID protocols will be in place and masks are required.
Everyone's invited to the prom. From the creators of the Book of Mormon, Elf, and The Drowsy Chaperone, The Prom is a musical comedy about big Broadway stars on a mission to change the world and the love they discover that unites them all. The Prom makes you believe in musical comedy again. So full of happiness that you think your heart is about to burst. Everyone deserves a chance to celebrate.
On sale now. Tickets at fifthavenue.org.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Day with Trae. I'm going to be getting into my discussion with Antonesha Jackson in just a second. Many of you may know her out there as Toto, also owner of Exclusive, Give Me Exclusive. We're going to be diving into some things with her. But before that, I want to make sure that you guys know, when we were just talking about it yesterday with Jasmine, there is a lot of Juneteenth events happening, and, rightfully so to a certain degree. What I loved hearing TDub say there before the break was it's about collaboration, right? And how we collaborate is by, really supporting all of these events out there, by being able to support each other's events. And, I dove into this a bit yesterday with Jasmine, because it's like, look, there's a lot of different things going on, and they don't all replicate each other, right? Some of them are like, you're going to a market fest, you're going to you want to go shop with vendors, which is something that I think many folks have been doing, because we realized the pandemic, I think, awakened a lot of our eyes to the fact that we get to control some of this ourselves. And in the spirit of, something like Emoja Fest, which is the longest running, largest Black festival in the Pacific Northwest, I've always gotten used to that when I was a kid, being able to go to Emoja Fest, shop at all of these different vendors, connect with different people from the community, and all of that. But what I love seeing this year is that there is a litany of different things going on, right? Whether it is, events like this where there's festivals, or whether there are other things going on too, like, let's focus on something different. What Jasmine said yesterday was that there's a large focus on services. They're doing vendor services. So I just love the fact that there's a lot. Oh, come on. That there's a lot of different events going on in our community, and that we now have the opportunity to really celebrate all of those events, support all those events, and understand that they're happening. And that's, for me, is the biggest goal. So I want to encourage anybody out there who's doing events, who knows about different events, make sure you guys tap in with me, Trae, Trae, at whereweconverge.com. I want this to be a platform that really helps to uplift and be one of those places where you can get that level of support that you're looking for any events you may have going on. And so this is one of this is obviously the first year that Juneteenth is a national holiday. So it's breeding a lot of creativity and a lot of different events in the community. So I'm glad that Miss Toto, Antonesha Jackson, could join me today to tell us about one of the amazing events that's going on, that's really carrying on the legacy of D. Charlene, who was the first person to bring Juneteenth celebrations to Seattle. What's up, Toto?
What's up, Trae?
Thank you so much for making it work. How are you?
Good. How you doing today?
Good. I love your color scheme.
Thank you. It's a little bright.
Yeah.
But just speaking on the legacy of the Central District Chamber of Commerce and D. Charlene, we always have to just show our love and support to that legacy, and make sure that we're just uplifting how Juneteenth was brought here to Seattle, especially the Central District and Central area. So yeah.
And this is something that I've just in the last few years really been able to hone in on. And I had attended other Chamber of Commerce Juneteenth events, so I was familiar with them doing it. But to connect with them in the last couple of years, this will be the third year we're doing this, like, as a collaborative. Tell us a bit about, the connection to not just that legacy, but to all the people that are involved behind the scenes to make these events happen.
Woo, it's a lot of work that goes on, and I just love being able to collaborate with Converge and other media groups that are here in Seattle, as well as these different vendors that we use. It's Black owned and POC owned, from the people that do the trash to the people who are building our stage, right? So it's everything few and far in between. And so we really have to just uplift all of these businesses that are here in Seattle. And it really just ties right back into D. Charlene Central Area Chamber of Commerce, where we do have that support, where we can gather those resources.
Yeah, and this year I think a lot of people have gotten used to or maybe familiar with, this march that starts at D. Charlene's shop, 22nd in Madison. A lot of folks gathering right there at 23rd in Madison as we bring it down. Tell us a bit about what this march, in terms of the March for Reparations, continuing that message, because I think maybe sometimes it gets lost. People are like, well, we got the holiday, do we still need that? No, there's still a push for that. Tell us a bit about some of the messaging for this march.
So this year we're really focusing on reparations. Great that we have the holiday. We're awesome. We want everybody to celebrate the legacy of African Americans, slaves, and our freedom here in America. But we also have to remind people, hey, the fight is not over. We never got the 40 acres and a mule, but there's many other things like rights to health care and other things that we're fighting for as well. So when we start at the Chamber of Commerce, we're just reminding people, hey, even here in the Central area, we're still fighting for change. All of these different events, we love them, we love to see them, but how can we collaborate in a way where we can really get those reparations into the hands of Black people? And so it's a march. We always like to give parade aspects like drill teams, drum lines, car clubs, etc. And again, you guys still come out this Sunday, but it's a march. So we want the crowd to remain with us and then follow us to Jimi Hendrix Park so that they can see all of these Black and brown bodies that need to be protected and need their share of reparations.
Yeah, I think it's so true. I mean, I always think about, well, what are we doing in terms of messaging to still elevate the material conditions of Black families? And, there is so many different debates around reparations that I'm glad that this march is saying, we understand the celebration factors. However, we still need to really be focused on the fact that we are owed something, and we got to consistently press for what we are owed. But also, we get into the park, Jimi Hendrix Park, coming down 23rd, get into Jimi Hendrix Park, and then it's just really full on celebration with messages in there, because we want to be able to hear from some of these groups. I see it as some of these groups really combined, they represent what reparations can also look like. So we're talking about different things: the $1 billion anti-gentrification from Africatown Community Land Trust, the push for funding $80 million campaign from Tubman Center for Health and Freedom for their first Black-owned ever federally qualified healthcare center, that is FQHC, in the Pacific Northwest. We're also still pushing for our schools. We want, Washington charters to get that cap eliminated so that they can create more charter schools that are really in the same vein of our freedom schools from civil rights era, right? And then we also still have Nurturing Roots. That's almost 40 acres right there for Red Black and Green Barn Ranch right there in Auburn, that is just sitting unused, and Seattle Parks owns that. So I also see this as these are some of the ways that people can really dive in to what reparations can look like today.
Yeah, and that's the reason why we want you guys to really come out. We're going to have these QR codes. We're going to have these information tables from different groups like Nurturing Roots and Tubman Foundation, because we want you to tap in. We want you to really understand that none of these pushes get done without you as a volunteer, without you as a donor, without you as someone who's just even uplifting the message. By going to the show and seeing these artists, we also want you to show the speakers that are going to be speaking on stage. We also want you to go out there and vote, right? We also want you to listen to the policies. And if you don't know the policies, that's where people like Converge, KCN come in, because we're always giving information on candidates, right? We're giving pop-ups, Zoom calls, all of these different things to get you informed. And the march is really going to just uplift that. We're telling people everything that we have going on from Madison all the way down to Massachusetts, right? Every stop along that march, we're going to have a message for you, some way for you to really tap into the community.
Yeah, I think it's so much of this is about bringing those opportunities to people. And sometimes it's just that they don't know. And I understand that, because we're all living in our own worlds. But the more that we can collaborate, as TDub said before the break, that's really what this is about. And so, like I said, then they get into the park and it's celebration, it's speakers, it's all of that. Tell us a bit about some of the things that they can expect at the park. It's looking like it's going to be lit.
It's going to be so fun. Just the entire weekend. We're starting off tomorrow with our Black business panel featuring Devlin Dinish, featuring Coach T and Basa Gordon right here from Converge. We're going to be dropping gems. That's a Ladies Who Hustle event with partnership with Africatown. And so we're really going to be dropping all those gems about running a business through the pandemic. using your resources, gaining resources? How do we stay safe and also have more clientele? How are you using social media and marketing to really uplift Black businesses? And then we're moving, and that's gonna be lit. Just want to remind you, because we got DJ Blast, we got DJ Yachty, we got the 360 photo booth, we got food by that brown girl, you know, Chef Christy herself. So it's gonna be popping. And then the next day we have the entire Juneteenth festival and march. So we're starting off 11 a.m. on Madison, marching, of course, down 23rd to Jimi Hendrix Park. We have some amazing bands. We have, of course, Eric Bellinger, who's going to be popping up. You know, he's going to be pulling out all the stops. Paris Alexa, Seattle's very own. So we really want to just uplift, celebrating music, and also remembering to listen to those speeches, because there's going to be a lot of dimes, a lot of gems that are dropped.
Oh my, I got chills.
No,
and I
it's
help to plan these kind of things, but I'm telling you, when we see them come to fruition, I think we do this every year, Toto, where it's like there's so much that happens behind the scenes to make it happen. And then when we start announcing and start dropping, especially a name like Eric Bellinger,
I know.
I am a fan. I'm like,
a fan.
oh, I'm about to be in the crowd going crazy, just like last year with 7th Streeter. I mean, this right here is a way to draw people out, but then we really capture them and captivate them with a message. And I love that there is a great blend of doing that, because it's not just about celebration. And we've understood that from the gate. And I really appreciate D. Charlene's legacy and the Chamber of Commerce, Central Area Chamber of Commerce, for continuing that, because she brought that. She brought that. This was about messaging.
From Texas all the way up here. So.
Absolutely. And you know what? She and my grandma traveled from Texas to Washington. So I have this connection to D. Charlene that I didn't even know about until way into my adulthood. My grandma told me, oh yeah, we came up here together. And I was like, what? You know, they were both Black hairstylists, both, so, you know, had their own salon. My grandma was right there where like Ponder is right now on Union. Right. So I love that we are continuing in that legacy, and also that we never forget what some of our elders had to endure to get up here so that we could have a Black community right here in Seattle and throughout Washington State. And so thank you so much. Look, Ladies Who Hustles in the building. Give me exclusive in the building.
Always.
Toto,
we're going to be at
you.
the park too, so make sure you pull up. There's going to be so many beautiful Black vendors out there, so much good food. So I know it's Father's Day, but come get you a plate. Come get you some clothes. Come get you some new gear. It's about to be fly.
Yes, I'm so excited. There's a lot that is going on this weekend, but I'm glad that you could stop off right here on the Day with Trae to tell us about this amazing event. Look, March still happening. Yes. Yeah, we're still out here.
We're outside. We're outside. This is the first year we could really even be outside. We're outside.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much, Toto.
No problem. Thank you, Trae.
Oh my goodness. We told y'all it was going to be fire. Y'all heard it from TDub earlier. And I'm not going to go to break. I'm going to just end right here because I know we're over time a little bit. But I want to give a huge thank you to TDub and Toto. Well, look, it's a triple Trae. It's a triple T threat in the building today. I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you to them for taking some time out of their day to drop some real gems right here on the Day with Trae. You guys are going to be able to hear more about TDub's Resoul launch later on throughout the weekend. You guys make sure you guys pull up, go see TDub performing right here at Pier 62 with Friends at the Waterfront. Also, you guys heard it right here. Tomorrow launches the Juneteenth celebration stuff with Jimi Hendrix Park. Make sure you guys go there for the day party. Check out the panel, the Black Business Panel, with some amazing folks right here from our community. And of course, big shout out to Besa Gordon, my sister right here from Converge Media, who will also be dropping gems about all the things y'all don't even know. Besa is a firehouse when it comes to all of the digital media. So make sure you guys are tuning in to that day party tomorrow at Jimi Hendrix and join us 11 a.m. 23rd in Madison right there, or 22nd if you want to start with us at D. Charlene Shop. Make sure you guys are there so that you guys can march, hear these messages, find ways to tap in. We're going to be having the actions right there for you to take action. As she said, QR codes. We're making it easy for y'all. Bring your cell phones, bring your kids. This is a family-friendly march and a family-friendly event that we're going to end up at in Jimi Hendrix Park. Huge festival. Shout out to everybody who's involved. We so love you and appreciate you. And for me, Y'all know I want y'all to be inspired by all these stories here on The Day with Trae. Be inspired by TDub realizing her dream, starting at 15, customizing sneakers and learning the craft. It is not just that TDub has a great artistic eye or, hey, I know how to do this. TDub just told y'all. TDub was studying. She was making sure that she understood how the technology is evolving, how tools are changing. So when you talk about getting your shoes dry cleaned at Resole, you are going to somebody who has poured a lot into it. And this, for me, is an inspiration. Toto's right here. Toto's like, look, I've always wanted to bring fashion to the ladies. That's what she does. She also curates events with Ladies Who Hustle. The idea is that we can become what we dream is just been experienced for y'all here. It's just been exemplified in my two guests today. I want you to be inspired. And I tell you that all the time because I'm inspired by everybody who comes on here for me to be my best version of myself. I want you guys to be inspired, not just to see yourself as a part of the solution, but particularly on this Juneteenth weekend, get plugged in, get tapped into these actions, donate, volunteer, give your time, give your hours. If you are a non-Black person out there, I want to make sure that you know the ways to tap in. So we're bringing those opportunities to you for you to just easily click into, tap into. If you don't know what to do, look up Black-led organizations, figure out how to volunteer with them, how to donate with them, how to begin to build relationships with them. There are many out here who are doing amazing things. And so find something that's in your interest. I almost guarantee you that you will find a Black-led organization or institution that is doing work that you can connect with because it's already within your interest. So I encourage you to learn more this Juneteenth. Don't just take that day off on Monday and think, you know what? I'm going to chill out. I'm going to do my part. Do something with that day. Take action on that day. Take action this weekend with the amazing events that are going on. Plug in with this community. Find ways to support reparations actions right here in your state. All right, y'all. That's it for me today. I am so excited that y'all were able to join me. On Monday, I'll be talking to our new Converge correspondent, JC. And I think we're also going to be diving into how Elevate took shape on Thursday. But of course, we're going to have some amazing Juneteenth recaps for you as well. So until Monday at 11 a.m., peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.